Oh, hey there,
Okay,
Paul.
here we go. Episode, what is this? 7
Seven,
of
I believe. We
Still
missed a week.
Untitled Gaming Talk Show with Paul and Ben. We did miss last week. Lots
It's
to talk
cool.
about this week. But Ben's
Yes.
going to jump right in with his gaming confession.
So, I finally decided to start Pokemon Go. Now, it was a struggle because I was in denial because I didn't want to play it because I'm like, ugh, everyone's playing it and I'm not that kind of guy.
Mm,
But I'm like, I have to know. So I downloaded it and I told people, and I have gone out of my way only 2 times to go catch Pokemon, like just
mm.
twice. And even then, it wasn't that much. Like I have a coworker who he spent literally all day Saturday hunting Charmanders to turn into candies to evolve his Charizard. Right?
You got to have it, man.
You gotta have it. The best thing about Pokemon Go, the game is terrible. I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. Right? Like I don't understand the gym battles. I attempted one. There's two gym battles at the state capitol here in Utah. There are two
Hmm.
gyms, and I've attempted. I'm yellow. I'm team yellow. Like go Hufflepuff, right? I'm a Hufflepuff,
Sure.
and I tried to add a Pokemon or something I didn't know, but then it started fighting, and I lost terribly. And I'm like, screw
Mm-hmm.
this. No, the best thing about Pokemon Go has been the conversations that you start with it. Like I went on a few errands this past week up in like a city called Syracuse, and I had to stop by a couple places, and I was talking to these ladies in a copy center, and I'm like, ladies, do you realize you're working in a Poke Center? And they're like, oh, yes. And I'm like, do you also realize someone dropped a lure on your place? And one of the ladies immediately turns and stares at her coworker, and she's like, it was you. You did it. You brought all these kids here. And she started laughing because it was her. She had dropped a lure there because she was playing. Now, the funny thing, both of these ladies were over 40. One was like almost
Mm-hmm.
60, and the 45-year-old was like, oh yeah, I've been playing this with my kids, they love it, and they think I'm so weird because I'm playing. And so I love Pokemon Go just to talk about it with people. I actually hate the
Yeah,
game. I
man.
think it's stupid, but it's a fantastic social like phenomenon.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is the Wii of app games. It gets
Excellent
old. It
comparison.
gets old people to play it. It has this one gimmick, and like that's
Like,
it. And
yep.
if you really think about it, it's not that great, but it
And,
works.
but people are embracing it. Like, for example, tomorrow, if you're interested, there's Swig. If you're familiar with Swig, if you
Mm-hmm.
play Pokemon Go while at Swig, they will give you a free cookie just for playing Pokemon Go.
Free cookie. See,
Yeah,
that's what I don't get. Like, you're already there. I guess maybe you would go. Okay, no, it would make you go. Maybe you would go somewhere else, but you're like, hey, I can play Pokemon Go at Swig, and they
there
get your
isn't
business.
anything
Okay,
good over here. Look how terrible
that
that
makes
is.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah, and I
there's
also
never
only have
anything
like
good anywhere.
25 Pokemon, so I'm pretty or less than that. I'm pretty
So
terrible
I was super disappointed. I went to Glacier National Park this week.
to get some
So
sweet
excited
Pokemon.
to catch all these Pokemon, and there is literally no cell phone reception in the entire park, which was probably good. It helped me like actually enjoy the nature I had driven 10 hours to see.
Right, of
But
course.
it was a little disappointing that I couldn't even like open it once and see if there was anything new that I hadn't seen before.
Well, yeah, so
But
Pokemon Go, I'm a fan. I'm a fan for the social aspect.
yeah, I think
But
that's what everyone is.
but I totally saw the bubble bursting real quick. Like people
Yes,
are going to drop this
and
game pretty hot.
it indeed has already slightly burst for Nintendo. They were
Yes.
finally forced to say, "Hey guys, like we
We
don't
didn't actually have
actually."
anything to do with this.
They get some sort of stake in it, but no one knows how much. And they had to say it's not as much as you might think. And their stock plummeted again.
Right. Which I assume their stock is still higher than it was than when it
It
launched,
is. It is still
but
higher.
it still, took a hit, which I totally saw
But
coming. So
what a
I totally should have invested, which makes me
yeah,
wonder. So jumping right into it, NX rumors today at work, like it happened while I was at work and I don't have very
yeah.
good internet. And my
Uh-huh.
coworker, he's like, dude, Ben, have you heard the new rumors? I'm like, no. He's like, look at it. So Nintendo, right? Now the question
Mm-hmm.
is, should I invest money in Nintendo now and then wait for their announcement of their NX and get a little bump in stock prices and then sell it off, right? It's very predictable.
Um,
Very predictable. First of all, Paul, tell me about this rumor. Tell me about it.
well, so Eurogamer is the one who broke the story, which they seem to be breaking a lot of rumor stories lately. I don't know who they got doing all that. But anyway, they're very confident. Like the headline is the NX is like it's not like it doesn't say like report colon. It just says like this is it. This is the NX.
Yeah.
And they say it's basically a tablet handheld with detachable controllers that attach to the sides of the screen and then can plug into your TV.
Yep. Keep going.
Well, what else do you got? That's the gist of it.
I read it on IGN.
Cartridges.
Yes,
And
cartridges. Which
supposedly
I'm
the
okay
games
with.
come on cartridges.
I'm okay with cartridges. I think that's kind of a whatever. Okay, so in the report, whether or not it's true, they're claiming that it's a portable console, and their pitch is take your games on the go or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a docking station that you can just dock it into like a TV. But the docking station has no additional processing power, no additional nothing.
Right.
Like it's just
it's
basically an HDMI extender.
Yeah.
Right? Which I thought to myself, well shoot, what's the point of this? They're just coming out with a handheld. I don't want this tablet device on the go. Like who's gonna stick in their backpack, oh here's my NX and like unsheath it, right?
Yeah, that size will be a big issue. Like
because
this is the
new handheld, a phone, and like okay, but so here's your phone, and you have your controllers on the side, right? Like
people take laptops and iPads. Like it could be that form factor.
No one plays something like that on the go. Who sits down on the subway or the metro or whatever you got in your city and like, oh, let me take out my laptop with my giant controllers that attach apparently and disattach for like local multiplayer. Yeah, that's cool. Who is this for? For kids? Like, okay, I don't want to buy this, but on principle, I'm going to buy it because I support Nintendo. I love Nintendo.
Nintendo can only do that so many more times.
But I will never take it anywhere. I want a dedicated handheld or a dedicated home console. This like stupid docking station, no. Just why?
I mean, as usual, Nintendo has, if this is assuming this is all true, the rest of this discussion is going to assume this is true, although it might not be. I think Nintendo has predicted the future.
In which way?
But they've executed it poorly, and they're trying to push it too quickly. I do think the future of gaming is some sort of portable, like basically your smartphone is also your console, and you just beam it to your TV. I do think eventually we'll get to that point that your smartphone thingy will be fast enough that
you'll just get like a Chromecast and it'll just beam it to your TV.
Yeah. Or it won't even have the guts in it. It'll just be your streaming device that's streaming your game from some source somewhere out there into your TV.
So game streaming, I don't see that really catching on for another 20 years, only because of our infrastructure. Like it's just not fast enough. Like
that's what I mean. This is the future eventually, but Nintendo's trying to push it too quickly. And like it makes sense. There's some utility to it. But see, Sony keeps making the play of, nah, bro, gamers want a game, and they keep everything exactly the same, and they're winning.
They're killing it.
And Nintendo, and to some extent Microsoft, both keep saying, we need to be on the cutting edge, so cut the edge. And they keep kind of stumbling over themselves. You know, like Microsoft's whole DRM scheme and always online. Like my PS4 is always online. Every single game I play is always online. But because PS4 just said it doesn't have to be always online, they won.
People were like, okay, whew, we're good.
Yeah.
Which, okay, so that's what I mean. Like, on principle, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it because Nintendo is the one that's willing to take this risk, which it might pan out for them. You never know. But I don't know who this console will be for because I don't like the detachable controllers, if that's a thing. Like, how big is it going to be? Like, here's my laptop that I'm using. I would never take this on the go to go play a game.
Yeah.
I don't game on the go. I just have my phone now.
Yeah.
And even that, like, my 3DS that I have, I play it when I'm watching TV or something.
Yeah, which you could still do, supposedly, with this NX if it is this.
Right. Now, next question. So they say it's going to be a Integra T1 or X1 or whatever it is, or a T2. Like, there's the rumor. It could be less than a PS4, or it could be more. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
So that one I'll give them a pass on. The question is, how much will this be? Because the Xbox One is $250. Like, if they try and pull a Wii U, like, it's $300, or how much was the Wii U at launch? $350 even?
I think it was $350.
Yeah. No, I will not be paying $350 or $300 for an NX if it's like this thing. Like, $200 is kind of like my limit.
Yeah, I have no idea. The other weird thing to me is the detachable controller diagram they had. Mm-hmm. The two halves had different buttons. So they claim it's like
the nunchuck Wiimote.
Yeah, like if it's supposed to be, I now have two controllers and the two of us can play Wii stupid like motion games. Then we're gonna have different button schemes.
See what I mean? Like, they say they're gonna reveal it preceding the Tokyo Game Show in September.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So we got a couple months to go.
Yeah. So there's one scenario. There's one demographic
Hit me.
that this might be exciting for, and that's young professional dudes who grew up playing Nintendo and who go on lots of business trips or something. So there's lots of time in hotels, and they can just pull out their NX and play Zelda.
Okay, yeah, that was... My coworker pulled the example of, yeah, but you could play Zelda Breath of the Wild on the go. And I'm like, hold the phone, Marcus. Look at the size of your phone screen. I don't want to play that game on the go. That is not an on-the-go game. And so,
it's not going to be a phone. It's going to be a tablet size. It's not going to be phone size.
Even still. Yeah. Then why would you take that on the go? I don't like the idea of the hybrid because I feel like mobile games, handheld games, are completely fundamentally different than console games. Console games expect you to sit down and play them. Mobile games, quick experiences. The last thing I want is, like, get the 3 stars on Zelda levels. Like, like that will piss me off.
What a sad truth you just predicted, that someday that will happen. Maybe it won't be Breath of the Wild, but there will be a mobile Zelda game. That will come out on NX and your phone.
Beat the dungeon in 10 seconds, get 3 stars, like, cut the rope. I'm so nervous. I want it to be so good, but I just don't.
They gave in to the mobile sphere with Pokemon Go.
They didn't even do Pokemon Go. They did their stupid Miitomo, which...
That's true, which Miitomo
Does anyone do anything with Miitomo?
Yeah. I haven't even thought about Miitomo since like 2 days after it launched.
Miitomo what?
Super high on Miitomo for like 2 days.
Yeah, so... Well, they say they're going to have 2 more mobile games, before the end of the year?
Animal Crossing,
Fire Emblem. We shall see. If they're free to play, I'll play them. But I hope Nintendo soon adopts a model of not free to play, because I'd prefer premium games.
Sure.
Like I've finally started to buy some premium games on my phone. I like the premium games. They're obviously higher quality. You get what you pay for.
Teeny Titans, man, for life.
You're still playing that?
I beat it.
Oh, Good job.
Like I unlocked every figure and I beat every tournament and I found the twist ending.
Are tournaments like gym battles?
Sort of, but they're like an actual tournament where you have to beat multiple people in a row.
Oh, people, or AI people?
AI people. There's no PvP in Teeny Titans.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, because now I'm starting to put a wish list on my app store of the games I want, and so if they ever go on sale, I'll pick them up. Or if I ever I haven't bought a game in a while, which last week I bought Journey for $6, and I'm like, I should play this now, but I haven't done that yet. So that's the next game.
You've never played it, ever?
Nope.
It'll be super weird to play it for the first time in 2016.
You think?
Well, because a big part of Journey is stumbling upon other people playing Journey within the game and deciding if you're going to help each other or ignore each other.
I did know that, but yeah, you're right.
I just don't know. You'll either have super hardcore people who will want to show you every secret, which is actually really cool, so that'll totally be worth it. But it was on sale.
Barren wasteland.
Was it just on sale? Is that why you bought it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's probably going to be a bunch of new people like you. So play it quickly. It takes like an hour.
Maybe I should do it right now.
Anyway, we should get your thoughts on that in a later episode after you play it.
Agreed.
But let's talk about the other thing Nintendo did in the last couple weeks.
Please, let's.
The
oh my god
NES Classic Edition, also known as the Mini NES, and I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but the thing costs $60, comes with 30 games, controller that can also be used with a Wii or a Wii U to extend your virtual console library. Your thoughts, Benjamin?
Love it so much. So here's the thing. I never had an NES. I started with the SNES. I have a number of these games, but in reality, I'm looking at this as a way to, like, an excellent Christmas gift for some family members of mine. I want one for myself just so I can have it at my house. So a casual gamer who comes over who used to play games or something, but the new consoles are intimidating. Like, there's no way on earth they will play Titanfall 2 or Halo or something. But they're like, oh yeah, I remember Excitebike. You can just plug it right into your TV and let's play. It's the best social retro nostalgia gaming system, right? Well, it's not the first thing of its kind.
No, but it's
Sega
the first
did
Nintendo.
Yeah. And so, for example, I have a brother-in-law who, let's just say, I don't know if he's okay with me going into video games as a profession, because he thinks it might be of the devil. I'm not sure. That being said, he has a soft spot in his heart for NES because he grew up with one and he used to play it. And they even have one, but it's in their closet and they'll never take it out. So I'm thinking to myself, this might be my way of saying, here, Kevin, here, Mary, here, have this thing, play it, show your kids, because all of those games are great for kids. That's what kids grew up on back in the 80s.
Yeah, so, Castlevania.
Yeah. So it's that's fine. Castlevania, whatever. Whatever. What are the kids shows they watch anymore?
Is Ninja Gaiden kid friendly?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Those games by the it's a relative question, Paul. Regardless.
I genuinely don't know. I'm not accusing it of anything. Anyway, carry on.
The point is, I would hope if I were to get them that, they'd be okay with it because it's old classic games, and it's just a way to introduce people to games who haven't played in a long time or don't ever play. It's just a simple plug and play. I would kill for an SNES version, and I hope they do one now.
Yeah, that's what.
But with expandable games,
what every comment section of every article for this thing.
SNES.
A bunch of people saying, "What about SNES? Mario Kart?"
But with the SNES, I hope they'd add a little Wi-Fi connector so they can buy some games or something. Because man, 30 games is fantastic. $2 a game, right? Essentially.
Plus a controller that works with the other system.
Yeah.
And extra controllers are only $10 each.
Yeah. This is a phenomenal deal. So I love it. I love it.
What do you
I
think
want
about
one
the
for the sake of
included?
having one.
What do you want? What do you think about the included games? Is there anything they obviously left out? Or
Uh, I don't really have any strong opinions, only because I didn't grow up with any NES, so all of them seem great to me.
right, okay. So here's my take on it. I got really excited at first, and I thought, here's my chance to go back and play a bunch of games that I missed. And then I looked at the games, and the first thing I thought was, I will never actually play these. Like, if I'm being totally honest with myself, I will not take the time to figure out these old games. So I am conflicted on it because a lot of the same reasons. It's totally like a nostalgia box that, like, I pull up Super Mario Bros. And my entire family will sit around and watch each other, pass the controller around. Like my siblings, I mean, by my entire family.
Right.
So yeah, very smart, very very smart, and I think
It's hitting the
it'll
same audience as Pokemon Go.
yeah, it'll sell out. I really hope it's not like an extremely limited run like Nintendo loves to do, and moms are gouging each other's eyes out over this thing on Black Friday.
I haven't seen. I don't know. Have they put up pre-orders at all for it?
No, I haven't seen them. They might have. Should I check right now?
Yeah, because if they do, I'm going to pre-order one right now.
Yes, classic edition.
Because like some of those games, like the Castlevania game, I think is a good gateway game because it's a game that you have to sit down and like actually beat to enjoy. Like the Mario games, you can just pick up wherever you are and play any level, and it's going to be fun. Whereas Castlevania or something like that, or the Final Fantasy game, like you actually have to sit there and invest time, but it's more approachable for people who haven't played games before. And so I consider them gateway games. Because there's like two kinds of people who play games like you and I, and people who don't. Like there's the casual gamer, but I don't they only play like 2 or 3 games and that's it. We play all the games, and there's people that play 2 or 3 games and that's it. There's no middle ground in my opinion.
There really isn't. So there's a very pretty website, but there's no pre-order link anywhere.
Well, shoot.
That's the one thing that will kill that, is if it's too limited of a production run, and it just becomes one of those buy it on eBay for $300 things. Man, that'll make me so mad.
I don't like it when you talk like that, Paul.
But Nintendo has that problem. They do that all the time. It's almost as if they do it on purpose.
They have been known to do it on purpose.
Which is like, why? That you're giving
like they
money
did it with
to
the
other
Wii, if I
people.
recall.
Yeah, but that's
it drove up demand. Like
to do that.
The perception.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so
why don't you just let them buy it? Doesn't that
you got to drive up that hype? You got to drive up that hype.
Drive the hype. Well, that's what marketing is for.
Well, Paul, you yourself are a self-proclaimed hype whore.
I am, but not as much anymore. I'm kind of getting over that.
Are you?
I'm kind of coming clean.
I don't know. I think that Overwatch hit you hard. How's that going for you?
Overwatch is great. I still play it like every day.
Your Overwatch is my Halo 5. So
Overwatch is easily one of the best games of the year. Easily, Ben.
People have told me to buy it, and I'm like, I just can't. I don't. I'm so conflicted with that game. I have $60 on a gift card right now that I could drop and go buy Overwatch, but I just don't wanna.
You don't have to.
I know, but so many people have told me to buy it, and I'm like, I should, but I don't. But
they finally added that new hero to the PS4 version. I was playing around with it.
Grandma
Anna.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
It's Anna, however you want to say it. And actually, she's Farah's mom, but she's old. You can call her Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma Anna.
Grandma Anna. I hope that's a skin for her eventually. like has cookies or something.
Oh, yeah. So I mean,
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on.
So we talked about Nintendo. Now other people we can talk about. Let's jump right into Gamescom.
Okay.
No PlayStation or
Correct.
Microsoft press conferences confirmed at Gamescom.
Can't confirm.
The question is, who's left? What
Third party.
What happens at Gamescom? Do they have their own press conferences? Does 2K have a press conference?
So I don't remember. Clarify for me. No Microsoft, no Sony. That just means no press conferences. They will still be there.
Yes,
they'll still have games to showcase.
Probably playable games, yes.
So
Microsoft specifically has some. They're calling it some sort of event, some play our game event. I can't remember what it's called, but
so that being said, I don't know if it's that big of a deal for that reason. Like they'll still be there. They'll still show games.
Yeah, but that means they have nothing exciting to announce.
Not necessarily. Well,
not enough. They have maybe one or two.
Okay. Well, if anything, okay. Maybe not like exclusive reveals, but like exclusive gameplay, like new gameplay for games that have already obviously been announced, like Crackdown 3 or things like that, right? Yeah. So they don't need a giant press conference because all the games they'll talk about are already announced. Same with Sony. Because obviously Sony has announced what their next games are for like 4 years out.
Yes. But that's how Sony rolls. They have like 40% of what was announced at E3 2015 is even out right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you're Gamescom, you know the big stories are the big reveals.
Yes.
So who are you running around to trying to say, hey, you got something? Because we need big reveals.
Well, Gamescom has also turned into like this huge monstrosity of humanity because it's open to the public. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's advantageous for them to have big reveals because like press people can't really work it that well. So I don't know. I don't know. Has Nintendo ever gone to Gamescom? Was that a thing for them ever?
I don't know. So, I don't think so.
Yeah,
they're kind of mean to Europe.
Yeah.
Everything comes out way later in Europe for Nintendo. Europeans are always complaining on all the forums.
Yeah, save few exceptions. So, I don't know. When is Gamescom? Mid August or late August? Even early August? I don't know. When is it?
I forget. I've looked this up so many times, even on the show. Gamescom 2016 dates. Thanks, search history. Thursday, August 18th through Sunday, the 21st.
Okay. I don't know.
So we're 3 weeks away.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you some leading questions. Rockstar.
Ooh. I like that one. Because all those rumors with Red Dead, but Rockstar doesn't really reveal at giant shows, so.
Well, maybe. Well, the one thing, Gamescom is a European show. Yes. Rockstar is a European developer.
What?
Rockstar North.
What? Are you sure?
The guys who make GTA 5 are from Scotland.
No.
Yes.
No. What?
Yes.
What? No. I don't believe you, not for a second.
Okay, here we go.
You're going to be right, and I'm going to hate you for it.
Studios.
I could have sworn they were like just California or whatever. New York.
They have New York, London, Paris, Bogota.
But the GTA guys are in like the London office then?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Now I'm just
Well,
going to Google specifically Rockstar North.
what?
That's like the whole point of GTA is it's a
I thought it was like.
European satire on American culture.
Well, I always knew it was like satire on American culture, but I thought it was Americans doing it. This is so mind blowing for me.
Rockstar North Ltd is a British video game developer based in
Shut the
Edinburgh,
front door.
Scotland. It is the primary developer of the Grand Theft Auto series and
Oh
contributed to
my
Red Dead
gosh.
Redemption and Max Payne 3.
Okay, I stand corrected. Well, great. They might be at Gamescom revealing their new Red Dead 2. Ugh. Why does this bother me so much?
Well, this will forever be remembered as the episode that Ben had to come to terms with Rockstar being.
Yes, I'm angry now. I always knew that there was a Rockstar in San Diego. I knew that one. And I thought they were Red Dead people, so didn't Rockstar San Diego make Red Dead?
It says contributed. Yeah, it says Rockstar North contributed to Red Dead Redemption, so.
Scotland. Oh my gosh. I can't even.
So I was trying to think of other European developers who might want to jump on Gamescom. Quantic Dream is one. They do. Yes. They got Detroit, but they just revealed some stuff at E3. I don't know if they'd have more by Gamescom. Housemarque is European.
Media Molecule.
Media Molecule is European. Dreams needs some attention if it's going to get sales. CD Projekt Red is European, but I have no idea what they would have to announce or show unless they have early
Project
cinematic trailer
or whatever.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. I doubt that. Hello Games is European, but No Man's Sky will already be out.
What?
Who else is European? I can't remember. I had other ideas.
There's a number of like indie studios.
Rocksteady.
Yep, London.
Which we don't know what they're doing.
But it's only been a year, so.
It's only been a year, and they're probably going to jump on a new IP. I doubt we hear from them in 2016. Maybe even in 2017.
Yeah, probably by then.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure there's a ton of more European developers. I'm just trying to think of big ones that might have something to show for Gamescom.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with European.
But I think my official prediction is Rockstar shows the new Red Dead at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Because it won't feel like they're giving in to the big show thing because Microsoft and Sony aren't there. So it's kind of their own show at this point. And Take-Two, or 2K.
Yeah.
Is it 2K or Take-Two? Anyway. The publisher.
2K.
Rockstar's publisher.
2K.
Who's Take-Two? Anyway. Yep. The publisher came out and said, we're going to be big at E3. And unless you count Civ 6, they were not big at E3. So it makes me wonder.
Don't be a hater.
Civ 6 is a big deal, but they kind of announced it before E3, and it wasn't like a huge splash. It was like, oh, cool, Civ 6.
Yeah.
So maybe that got pushed out, and Gamescom is their next big chance. I don't know.
Yeah. I couldn't. Yeah. Gamescom has never really been that big for me, but hopefully it'll be a big deal.
And then I don't even know what's left for Paris Games Week. Probably nothing. Maybe that's where Dreams makes a big splash.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, Are there too many conferences, or like I do think eventually it'll just be all Nintendo Directs, but for other companies. Like that's the
Yeah,
way it's going to go, in my opinion.
for sure. Okay, let's hit a bunch of smaller stories.
Okay, I'll try and keep
Adam
my mouth shut.
Boyce,
Yep.
Adam Boyce, former PlayStation exec, kind of head
Yep.
of third-party stuff, joined Iron Galaxy, the indie studio developers of Killer Instinct, as CEO.
Woof.
Which is kind of interesting. He was on the business side, probably making a bunch of money, and he switched back to, I guess,
Administration.
still business side, but of a specific company. So he'll have more kind of creative
Maybe,
input.
yeah. Maybe he wants to do something slightly more creative or less stressful. Maybe.
Yeah, or he wanted to be the big boss because he's CEO now.
Yeah, he wants to call the shots instead of,
Yeah,
I don't know.
instead of call some shots but not others.
I guess he'd be more the messenger.
Yeah. Anyway, that was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, to see where people go back and forth within the games industry. You never know where your career's going to go. The International 2016, the kind of World Championships of Dota 2, has now probably by now passed 18.5 million in its prize pool, making it the largest prize in esports history.
Holy moly, that's a lot of money. Which there's a couple
Yeah.
of people at work that talk about Dota, and every time people start talking about Dota, I roll my eyes and think to myself, nerds. But then I think we're just as big of nerds, just
Yeah.
different.
Just,
So
yeah.
it's
And
a
it has
beautiful,
officially passed 18.5 million, just so you know.
it's a beautiful aspect of gaming, but I just can't get behind it.
Yeah, it takes commitment.
I hope. I love the highlights. It's kind of like I look at Dota as I used to look at football. Like I used to not understand football, but I loved watching football highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like watching Dota highlights, like the $6.5 million Echo Slam, if you recall that
Nice.
move.
I'm super proud of you for remembering that.
Yeah, I watched that. I read this whole analysis about it because it was like the
Yeah.
most fascinating thing. Like it was a huge deal. Like, oh my gosh, he did this, and then they broke it down frame by frame. And you can see they all came in and he hit them, and then the blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that was $6.5 million. Holy crap!
It's a big difference, man.
Yeah, and then you think about it,
It'll
like you
be
think,
even
oh,
bigger
he
this
just
year.
like thought, oh, he maybe I'll try this. Oh no no no! These high end players, they're like calculating. They know what's up,
Yeah.
obviously. So it's like I like watching it
It's
like I like watching
it's
football.
professional sports. Yeah, it's professionals. It's
Anyway, I'll keep my mouth shut
mental.
again. We got a few more to get through here.
Yeah, but apparently the international has a lot of problems. As in, Valve hasn't really given much detail about anything yet, and it's in 9 days. So we'll see. That'll be really interesting to watch. Evo 2016 happened. I always watch Evo every year. I love it, even though I don't really play fighting games much.
I was gonna say, Paul, if you want, we could like play some Street Fighter Five. I'm not good at it,
We could.
and I don't have anyone to play. Like I didn't know. I knew you liked fighting games, but
I do like
just
fighting games kind of in general, and I'm liking them more and more lately.
yeah.
Pokken Tournament has definitely been my jam this year.
Are you still playing it occasionally?
Yes, inspired by Evo, I went back and I beat the extra league. After you beat the game, it unlocks the like premium league, which has 100 AI players in it. And you have to climb through the ranks and then beat the Grandmaster, and then you've truly beat everything in the game. I did that right after Evo. Felt good about myself.
Okay, well, I've been wanting to play Street Fighter Five for a while now, just for the sake of playing it, because I've always liked. I have a soft spot in my heart for it.
Yeah.
So, just
I don't know.
throwing
Something
that out
about
there.
fighting games really, they're really fun to watch for me, even though I don't totally understand everything that's going on. But it's kind of like your football thing. It's like I like seeing pros be really good at what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some highlights from Evo. Speaking of Pokken Tournament, Tono-sama from Japan won with Breakson, which before Evo was not even really discussed as a competitive character for this game. And he had this super weird way of playing her that took him all the way to the top, and he won.
Okay.
So that's cool. And kind of the big story out of Evo was this kid named Hungrybox, who won Super Smash Bros. Melee. Fighting from the loser's side, it was like a 40-minute match between him and Armada, his longtime rival from
40 minutes?
Yeah. Like, he had to, not a single match. He had to play. So they do it best 3 out of 5, and he was coming from the loser side. So he had to win 2 3 out of 5 sets.
Oh.
And both of them went to game 5.
All right. That's awesome. I love the underdog.
Yeah, and this guy, last year, he won DreamHack, and he like openly wept in an interview afterward and said, I still can't claim I'm the best in the world. I'll give myself best NA, but Armada is still the best in the world. And so he finally this year beat Armada and can claim that he is the best in the world. And I
can't believe Melee is still a thing.
The Melee tournament this year had only about 100 fewer entrants than Super Smash Bros. Wii U.
See, why is it still a thing?
People,
you know what I want to see?
The scene loves Melee.
I want to see just a retro like Street Fighter 2 tournament. That'd be great. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm sure they happen somewhere.
Somewhere, I'll YouTube it. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so some big stories out of Evo. Always fun to watch every year. Another kind of smaller story. Sega announces Sonic Mania, which is a new retro style Sonic. So it's 2D side scroller, looks like it came out of the Sega Genesis, but it's a new game.
Hold on.
Developed in partnership with a bunch of people who helped do fan ports of old Sonic games.
Hold on, I gotta stretch my eyes before I roll them real hard. Done. Whoa, man.
Well, look at you. Be so excited about the NES Classic Edition, but then roll your eyes at a retro Sonic.
Sonic has yet to sell me, like, in past recent iterations, like, Sonic. The last Sonic game that I actually really enjoyed was the Dreamcast Sonic.
Well,
that was it.
That's kind of what they're exactly admitting with this game. Is like the trailer even says, going back to what made Sonic great in the beginning. Like they're basically
2D side scroller.
It'll sell really well, and we'll hear a lot about it. So.
Mighty Number 9 style?
No, I don't. I actually think it'll do much better than Mighty Number 9 because it's not the original people creating it. It's the fans who came from the outside and understand what made it great, finally getting a chance to make an official version.
All right. I'll reserve judgment.
I just
won't be following this game at all.
Yeah, I don't think it'll like break records or anything, but I think in its corner it'll do really well.
All right.
Telltale Games announced at Comic-Con, pretty much the only big gaming announcement I saw out of Comic-Con, that their games starting with Batman will have multiplayer, which comes in the form of crowd mode, where you can either decide that the crowd makes the decisions by vote, or you can just accept crowd input, but you still make your own decision.
I see this being big with Twitch streamers and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah, totally. I see it being big in, it's kind of a way to turn Telltale Games into couch co-op, where you got a few friends in the room.
I guess, Telltale Games can already be couch co-op in the room.
Right, because you just
This
talk.
turns so this turns couch co-op over the internet with your friends. But
Yeah,
I don't know who would play a game like that.
yeah, but it'll be huge
So,
with streamers. It'll be
exactly.
absolutely huge.
Yeah. Big deal for them.
And it'll be interesting to see if more people pick the just let you decide, or if they're going to say, I'll take your input, but I'm still going to do what I want.
I haven't played a Telltale game since The Walking Dead, so
a lot of people haven't. That's why they're hoping to get you back with Batman.
I do like the idea of Batman. Maybe I'll try it. Hopefully, hopefully Batman won't be too heavy on the curses. Like, I'm surprised how potty mouthed their games are.
Well, yeah, they gotta be intriguing. They gotta be relevant. I don't know, but yeah,
I just don't see Batman dropping the F-bomb very often.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see if they think that's what people want. If they want a harder Batman, or if this tries to play to the family audience more than their other games. That is a good question. Okay, next story. This one I thought you would appreciate.
Okay.
So, Trials of the Blood Dragon, the Blood Dragon treatment of Ubisoft's Racing Trials franchise, is free on Steam if you can beat the demo with 15 or more lives left.
How many lives do you start with?
I don't know.
I'm amazed they... Okay, is this the first time you've ever heard of something like this? Because I've never heard of anything like this.
I know I've heard this idea. I don't know if I've ever heard of it actually.
I would just be afraid as a developer that someone's going to learn how to cheese the system.
And just post it online.
Or just they figured out a glitch or something, right? So
right.
I love the idea, and maybe I'll try it because why not? But I've always liked Trials, but
it only runs from the 22nd to the 31st.
Okay, so I better get on it.
Simply download the PC demo from Uplay. Oh, it has to be from Uplay. Excuse me, not Steam. And complete it with 15 or fewer faults. Oh. To get access to the full PC version, free of charge.
No. I'll try it if I can, if I remember to.
Right. Very interesting marketing pitch, because it's just daring you to play the game. And I bet a lot of people end up buying it because they had 16 faults and they want to get through the rest of the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Another Nintendo story. Legendary Pictures and Nintendo agree to make a live-action Pokemon movie, but wait, it's Detective Pikachu.
I know. I can't wait to see it, but it's so silly. I love it. It's so silly.
I'm just baffled that that's what they landed on, though.
I know. And you think my ideas are bad? Check this one.
Not just a Ash's story.
No. Not just live action. What kind of?
Not just a kid. It's not just the Pokemon story, but with people and live action. It has to be Detective Pikachu. This weird spin-off idea. I'm actually super disappointed. I wanted to see. He picks his starter. He battles through the gyms. He goes to the Elite Four. I wanted to see that.
Pokemon and live action cannot work. It's too creepy. I don't.
Nah, I had faith. I had faith.
No, it would never work. What live action movie ever looks good with weird fantastical creatures?
The Hobbit.
Stop it.
Smog looked awesome. What are you talking about?
Okay, that's one character. Can you imagine all these Pokemon? Because Smog is a dragon who's been realized in other fantasy worlds, whereas Pokemon, they're anime. Anime does not translate well to live action. Think of Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
I've only heard of that movie was hot garbage.
Yeah. But like Jurassic Park, also lots of, but they're dinosaurs. Same point. I'm disappointed. I'm not
Nice try, though,
excited.
Paul.
I am not excited.
No,
for the Pikachu.
Paul, we're going to go to that movie, okay?
Probably, but I'm not excited for it.
We will go to that movie and we will enjoy it, okay?
Like the best plan of attack in my mind for that is to just like totally lean into this is not what you wanted, but it's going to be hilarious.
Exactly. That's exactly correct. Did they say when the movie's coming out?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I can look at this article.
That's okay. I'll let it surprise me.
The final news that we should cover is Sony is the last obstacle to Rocket League crossplay between Xbox and PlayStation.
Correct.
Psyonix basically said if as soon as Sony says we can push a button and it will be there.
I really hope this happens. People make the argument that this does not benefit Sony at all, and the only reason Microsoft is saying yes is because they're losing in the console wars. That argument is a valid argument. I do not personally subscribe to it because I think a move like this would be fantastic for the gaming community. And I think the hang-up is more like all of the unanswered questions, like can you party up with other, like can PlayStation have Xbox friends or friends with Xbox, or if not, can you just play with randoms, like randos on the internet, or can you actually like meet up with your friends? Like that's, if it's just randos, I see no problem with this whatsoever. The hairiness comes involved when you're like, well, now you have these crossed friends lists, sort of.
Yeah, well, but they already do PC, PlayStation, and
Yeah, but
you can't have friends, but you can have private servers.
Yeah,
and you can be teamed up randomly. Teamed up and against randomly.
Yeah,
I think it would be the exact same. I don't think there'd be any problem. I really think it's just Sony. I don't think Sony wants to unlock that box because Xbox has a lot of cool offers right now. That the Xbox One S, it's slimmer, up to 2 terabytes.
That is a super Xbox One sexy system.
So like, if I can still play with all my PS4 friends, but get that and it's cheaper, newer, bigger hard drive, why would I buy a PlayStation 4?
Well, PlayStation 4 obviously has the mind share, so it's already winning. Yeah. So like, I don't think they have anything to lose because you're not gonna like, for example, if you just had PlayStation, I just had Xbox, the whole friends list issue is still an issue. So you and I still couldn't party up. So if I wanted to play with you all the time with all the games, like this is game specific if the developers want to do it. So if I'd want to play with all my friends, I would still need to invest in that ecosystem.
That's true.
So I don't see it as like a huge marketing faux pas for Sony to open it up. But I do think it extends the life of any online game because then if the Xbox is so much smaller in audience or crowd or like population, you open it up to everyone, then great. It extends the life of games, which is ultimately what we'd want.
That's fair. You should call Sony.
I will. I'll call them in the morning.
Okay, let me know how it goes.
555 Sony.
Yeah, that's been their number for years.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Well, Paul?
Well, that's it. That's all the news.
It is, for now.
That we care to talk about.
Yes. I'm looking forward to this week. I hope some sweet rumors and more speculation leaks about the NX that I can rave about later because it's really starting to upset me at this point.
Yeah, I am re-excited about the NX now that we have a pretty solid picture. I don't know how excited I am about the actual device, but about the news, I'm excited again.
Well, you are a hype whore.
I am a hype whore. Except, see, one piece of evidence that is leaving me
Okay.
is I haven't been to a single Pokemon Go event. I've played it only barely.
Yeah, I'm only at level 6, I think.
Yeah, I think I made it to level 9, but I really don't play it that much.
No, me neither. People are telling me I'll find my wife there, and I tell them, no, I won't.
But you know that's going to happen, and a lot.
Of course.
That couples will come together over Pokemon Go, then that will be a weird transition that we'll have to make into not Pokemon Go things.
Yes.
And then what happens when one of them starts getting tired of it and the other doesn't? Do they break up?
Hopefully they have more to their life than Pokemon Go. That being said, as I mentioned, Pokemon Go is a fantastic social conversation starter. So maybe I will meet my wife via Pokemon Go.
But it won't be like the actual game. It will be chatting up. That's your icebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Pokemon Go, the game sucks. There's no actual battling. So.
Yeah. 1 second. Not yet. Sorry. Okay. I think that's it for the show.
Agreed.
Right. Okay. Thank you, 0 viewers, for watching yet again. You're so faithful. This has been episode 7. Come back next week for more exciting discussion. Goodbye.
Goodbye.